You know, I don't review every track set that Mattel or any other company puts out. I just review the ones that look like they'd be interesting to check out. This one from Mattel Hot Wheels, Mega Loop Mayhem. It arrived in 2012. The copyright on the box is 2011, so they designed it last year and it finally came to market. Late summer, fall 2012. It's at all toy stores. You see multiple crash zones. It has 2 motorized boosters, 2 huge loops, multi-car action. Looks pretty cool. This is the interesting part. It says you control the action. A lot of track sets, you know, you just put the car on and it goes around. But this one looks like you get to actually interact with. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Mega Loop Mayhem, as I said, from Mattel Hot Wheels. Says it has non-stop looping, crashing, and racing action. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about Crisscross Crash. This seems a lot like it, except it's got loops too. Looks like it's a lot of fun. So here you have the double loops, and as I already mentioned, you got crash zones. But on the back of the box, they show they got these protectors. I've seen some track sets to where they have these shields so the cars don't come flying up in the air. It didn't show that on the front of the box. There's how you interact with it. Somehow you launch the cars right there. I'm looking forward to opening it up and checking it out. Let's go ahead and check out these little images here. This way in 5 years, maybe, if you're watching this, you knew what the box looked like. It says also available at this time, LaFawcett. That guy was out a couple years ago. Maybe you should check the 5-packs, because they got this 5-pack here. Mega Loop Mayhem. Comes with 5 track cars. I don't know about that top one, but we'll have to check it out. I'll be opening this one up to give them some track time on their own playset. So as stated on the box, it is unassembled. It is intended for ages 5 and up. There is 1 vehicle included. Of course, as mentioned, you can buy other vehicles to play with the set. And not all Hot Wheels will work on this, by the way. And let's see. 4D batteries will be required. I'm sure it's 2 per booster. But let's go ahead and get started putting it together. And I'll be right back. Hey, wait a second. There's the car. Hey, just like the one they showed on the box. El Superfasto. There's the protective webbing in the crash zone, so this way the cars don't fly up in the kids' faces. Something that's really nice, the main booster section, it has a rubber non-skid pad. So this way, if you're going to play on a hardwood floor, it's not going to. It's going to be pretty hard. It's going to be pretty hard to. Yeah, this thing sticks pretty good. The other thing I noticed, 4 batteries go in here, and you will need a screwdriver to get the batteries in and out. It's not like the other boosters to where you just pop open the door. This one is not like that. I know a lot of you guys like to watch the put together part of the playsets. Well, some people don't. So I'm going to go ahead and put the put together part at the end of the video. So the car that came with the set, I told you it was El Superfasto. Remember to throw this away and don't let any kids get a hold of that plastic. They can choke on it. But El Superfasto, actually the name is on the side. It's a tribute to Mexican wrestling, Lucha Libre. That's where they wear masks and stuff. And so this guy actually, this light blue part is actually his mask. So if you just pop this off, it comes off the front or the back. I forget. Let's see. Hello? Who is this masked man? Wow. You made it really hard. It used to come off. Okay, there we go. There you go. There's his mask. Little secret surprise. Lucha Libre. There's Mr. El Superfasto. So if you lose this, I don't see the name here anyways. But now you remember his name is El Superfasto. There we go. All put together. Wasn't hard at all. The instructions were pretty good. I took my time and it took about 15 minutes. But that's because it might have took me a few minutes longer because I want to make sure that I'm getting the right video and getting it done right for you. Let me show you a couple tips though. These loops, the track pieces for the loops, are flat loops. Now these curved pieces right here, they're not the same curved pieces as those over there. These curved pieces here are kind of flat, and these curved pieces over here are kind of an arc. So make sure you don't try to put this one over there and vice versa. When it doesn't fit right, you'll figure it out. As far as these safety things here, it actually turns out that it's not only a safety device, but makes the track work better, because when the cars get launched out of the booster, sometimes they come flying a little bit up out of the booster. They're in the air, and this really keeps the car down in the track. If you take this off thinking that it's going to work better, or if you hold this up, what happens is the cars kind of go airborne, and they hit the edges of the track, or they hit this piece up here and they crash. So do not remove this. It makes the track work better. And let me show a little close-up of this right here. Here's your handle. So when you move that handle forward, that's what lets the car get out of the loop. Now the loop itself, when the car comes around, the car's just going to go loop, loop, loop. It's going to start building a little bit of speed, and then you decide when you want to let it go. Out the loop, around the curve, one crash zone, two crash zone. Actually, there was one right there too. So it comes out of the booster, got one crash zone, got another crash zone. Then it comes around, and then it goes right back into the same crash zones. And then it comes back around. That's enough talking. Come on, man. Fire it up. Let's go ahead and start it up. So let's go ahead and open up the Mega Loop 5-pack so that I could, Mega Loop Mayhem 5-pack, so that I can get more cars going on the track. We have Cove Light, which used to be was an original accelerator. Bedlam, I'll have to come back to you. RD, it's got the name on it. There we go. Cove Light, Bedlam, Carbide. That's the guy on top, Carbide. Haven't seen him in a while. Nitrium right there. Another former accelerator. Oh yeah, Road Rocket. That's Road Rocket. And Road Rocket, you're probably going to lose that top part. It comes off pretty easy. But let's go ahead and get these guys out. Let me show you real quick about the Road Rocket, just so you know that when this happens, see, this actually is supposed to come up so you can look inside. But it's very often this thing gets lost. But let's go ahead and start it up so you know the cars that we're going to be using for the demonstration. Boom! Boom! Get a couple more. Now there's nothing here, you basically just roll the cars in. You can even put two in the same lane, I guess. Uh-oh. As you can tell, some cars work better than others, but that's kind of the fun of playing. Figure out what works best. You know what happened that time? You heard the big pop. What happened is when I lifted this up, I didn't do it fast, and the car hit the door right there. So that's kind of funny. They parked at the same spot. So you gotta do this fast and let the car go through. So as you notice, one kid could play and operate both sides at the same time. He could sit right here, or he can let his sister, okay, one time, she can play. She'll get one side, he'll get the other side. Overall, you know what? It works exactly as it's designed. I'm very happy with it. Look at it. It's staying together very nicely. It takes about 3 foot square, which is pretty good for a boy's room or for the living room or something. And I would suggest you just keep it put together and have a nice place to park it. Here in the USA, this set is under $50. Overall, I give it 2 thumbs up. Lots of play value. It's got what kids like. It's got loops. It's got crashes. It's got boosters. Now, you won't be able to hook it to other track sets, but you know what? It's self-contained and it's designed real well. Mega Loop Mayhem from Hot Wheels, introduced in 2012. Have fun. Bye-bye. This is one of those track sets where you just can't say, Mega Loop Mayhem. You gotta say Mega Loop Mayhem. Here's a quick glance at the instructions in case you lose yours. Just scan that real quick. Go real fast. Flip. 8, 9, done. Okay, I'll do this real quick. Here's all the parts. I'm sure they're all there. Mega Loop Mayhem from Hot Wheels. Introduced in 2012. Have fun. Bye-bye.